back to the workshop. Episode 10, we have two projects being created in this episode. The very first one is a fire tornado, and the second project is a flood. I'm going to be using some new materials today. Instead of traditionally using spray paint and acrylics, I'm going to be using a lot of oil pastels. So we're going to be learning some new techniques, a lot of smudging techniques involved with this process. So let's get started. Alright, for my fire tornado, I'm going to be using oil pastels. But first I'm going to make my background, and this is where I'm going to be applying spray paint and a little bit of acrylic to bring out the smoky texture of the sky. For the smoke in the background, I'm going to be using Spanish moss like this, laying it out flat and using spray paint to spray on top of it. It'll reveal a really cool texture. Alright, for this next step, for the oil pastels, I got my range of colors. You want to start with your lightest colors first, and you're going to start layering colors on top of another, smudging them to give a really cool fire effect. Now all that's left is just to darken this background a little bit and add some details like burning trees. Alright, for my second project, I'm going to create the flood. So I drew out my cars ahead of time before the episode, and we're going to start off by painting the sky. We are going to use the same moss texture that we used on the very first project, and we're going to spray it on top of the surface with black. Alright, our sky is done. The next step is to draw our cars. Alright, my final step is to make the flood, and I'm going to be using oil pastels. Alright, that concludes our double creation round for this episode. My very favorite piece is the flood, only because it was a very technically difficult piece to execute. You guys saw it in less than a minute. It actually took me 2 days to create that piece. But overall, for using oil pastels, it's a product that I'm going to start to use a lot more. The one thing that I really love of oil pastels is the layering of colors. So that's something personally that I got to get better with, is learning how to layer those colors appropriately. That's the only thing about my fire tornado. I love it, but I could have added a little extra detail with the colors. Alright, for the next episode, I'm going to be bringing back the photorealism challenge by painting a gray wolf. I'm really excited about this project. We will see you on the next round.